the training of all journalists that you must question things.
I'll speak for yourself, sir.
You know, I'm talking about training. I'm not the only one trained.
Oh, sorry.
Yes.
Some of us are into this without training, so I understand.
So, like a lawyer, they are trained to ask questions. Let's go back to where the debate started. The privatization and government declaring that they can't do business. You've given the story, no money, no this. There are people who objected to privatization of utilities. They said you can't privatize national water, you cannot privatize electricity. These ordinarily should not be companies that are making money. They should be companies that are offering a social service.
Yeah, but National Water and Sewage Corporation is making money and offering a service to the satisfaction of Ugandans. The two can
not
happen.
necessarily. You need to look at how much money you are borrowing every year and sometimes putting in for them to be able to continue
Because your government
expanding.
agencies don't pay your bills.
Even if they are paying, you see, it's very expensive, the amount of money they need to go and open up. Because if they are running the corporation as it is, it will be making money. But you need to go to areas, some of the investment they are making is an investment that will require additional funding from government. So that's where the debate started. But as you rightly said, you cannot say government cannot do business and then you import another government. So we had to ask ourselves whether that was a lie. Because they say governments, the indiscipline in Uganda is what made them import other governments that are not as
that are disciplined.
Yeah, fairly.
Also ESCOM.
Fairly, so compared to when I chaired the committee on COSASE, we did do a report on the sector. And the question was asked as a committee, why do you have companies responsible for generating and distribution and are doing nothing apart from supervising? So the question was, did you set them up just to be, because they concession the business they were supposed to be undertaking themselves? And then we kept asking, so what are they doing?
They are doing like what William Pike does. He set up this thing, but he's not the show host today. He's monitoring from somewhere, ensuring that
it has not existed. I don't think he's seated in an office somewhere supervising you. He has gone elsewhere to do something else.
My friend, even now as I speak, I know that the owners of this station are
but they are busy doing other things. Let me not go into their other things. But the only job that UEDCL had was distribution, which they were not doing. So we asked.
Let's be fair to them. Umeme was not distributing across the whole country. There was a single digit.
They were nearly distributing, with the exception of a few.
In Chiriandongo, you'll find the UEDCL and other places.
These are small, about 0 point something percent.
Okay, let's proceed.
It was actually less than 10%.
Yeah.
90% or around that was Umeme.
And other, by the way, distributors, including Falsa, that was
all of them were just.
So those were our findings as a committee. But you subsequently had other investigations into the sector. There was the salary investigation. They have brought efficiency in
collecting bills,
and then picking the money and reinvesting. So they are not growing the sector.
So we were lending them our watch for them to tell us the time.
Those were the issues in most of the reports. Eventually, what was common, almost everybody, even if you're not technical, that what was visible is that when Umeme came in, people thought they are going to come with expertise from somewhere else.
No.
They just reorganized tables and reassigned people they found here, and then started collecting.
So from the word go, you had John Berry, who, by the way, is still in Uganda and running Bujagari.
Yeah, but with the exception of 1, 2, 3 fellows, the rest of the people were working for UEB. They just took them on and then gave them some contracts, some targets. So what did they bring? That was the first question. That
governance. These Ugandans who you're talking about were badly governed and were.
But how comes in the national water they are not badly governed? The same Ugandans.
That's a question to
Yeah.
answer.
So if you allow them, I don't want to blame them that when they are working.
So in other words, what you're saying, Semuju, really, without
the
belaboring
questions
the
we're
point
asking,
is,
what did they bring in for them to deserve so much money during the
The
time of
buyout.
the concession and then the buyout?
Of
So if you
$850
begin
million
calculating, you really want them to go. So almost it was consensus by Parliament, by Cabinet, by everybody that they should go.
But you seem to take it a notch higher, that you want them to go Ngalonsa. They are saying we have unappreciated installations that we put in place that need to be paid for. We have uncollected bills, and they slapped us with a bill on the table.
Yeah, but you see, the disagreement was not whether they should be paid. The disagreement was how much. How much investment did they make? Because the Committee of Parliament that was processing a loan for them to be paid made lots of claims that substations built by Uganda were being claimed by Umeme. They also asked them, please give us an asset register. I want to know how much.
Including my 3